What is the mindset of Big League John McChesney? A month ago, one of the most important matches of that man's career. And that says a lot. Ranked number 1 in IWC history. But he topped himself one-on-one with Matt Hardy at Winner Take All 2014. And after that performance, and after the advice of men like Matt Hardy, men like Chuck Roberts, John McChesney, you have all the potential in the world, all the talent in the world. What's held you back is your business decisions and who you align yourself with. Has John McChesney taken pause and thought that over in the past 30 days?
I would say absolutely. John McChesney a month ago would not have stood on the rampway and motioned to the crowd. He wouldn't have cared. I think he has realigned his sights, so to speak.
Well, I'm still a little up in the air on McChesney's true intentions. Maybe this matchup will give us an inclination. So great to see this young kid back in the ring. His first IWC match in 6 months. Complete tear of his ACL. Badly damaged knee as a result of Justin LeBar at the behest of McChesney. Putting Jimmy Nuts in a 3-on-1 gauntlet match. Matthew Justice, the man that did the dirty work. The man that put Jimmy Nuts out, that prevented us from seeing McChesney versus Jimmy Nuts last summer like it was meant to be. But tonight, we finally get the former leader versus pupil, McChesney and Nuts, one-on-one.
And John McChesney knew this is not a wrestling match. This is a feud, and he ran into it like you're supposed to. He wasn't looking for a headlock. He knew how this is where this is going to start.
These men have been waiting to get their hands on one another since December 2012. That's when McChesney excommunicated Jimmy Nuts from Team Big League. That's when Jimmy Nuts set out on his own. And ever since then, it's been Jimmy Nuts fighting an uphill battle to prove to John McChesney that Nuts is on McChesney's level.
Oh! John McChesney helped out with that chop by running directly into it. He was going for a corner splash. Nuts getting out of the way. Wow, Nuts looks like he's in phenomenal shape.
He hasn't been sitting on the couch playing video games this whole time out. He has been in the gym.
Clearly.
Jimmy Nuts knows this could be a career-making matchup. A good performance here could elevate Jimmy Nuts to the upper echelon as Nuts slides through, and great to see no hesitation in regards to that knee either.
None yet, at least.
Nuts did a great job as the guest referee in McChesney versus Hardy. Let the two men settle it like athletes, like men. But Jimmy Nuts, he got himself a piece of LeBar after the fact, though.
Very true.
And that must have been so bittersweet. Oh no! And there you see a bit of that John McChesney that we've come to know so well.
And I think we just had the railing bend. He hit so hard.
And just imagine the effect it had on the anatomy of Jimmy Nuts. Flesh does not win over steel.
I want to point out also, this is not a no disqualification match.
No, that's coming later.
Yeah, this is just two guys fighting.
And you knew
and
it
not
would be.
Caring.
Well, keep in mind, last time these men hooked it up in this building, John McChesney was pushed off of our balcony.
I recall that.
He fell 10 or 15 feet below. And this landing won't be much better. Both men are willing to risk it all to prove something to the other. And McChesney, look out! Jay Worth, talk to us about the weight, the mass of that steel ramp.
It is as heavy and solid of an object as I can imagine. Outside of it being made of solid concrete, I can't imagine anything having less give than that. As I've pointed out before, it takes 6 men to get that ramp into position. 6 men. And we're talking 6 professional wrestlers, so people who keep themselves in pretty good shape.
Yeah, 6 of our trainees at the IWC Iron City Wrestling Academy. And McChesney reversing. Great technique, drop kick center ring.
McChesney covered in glitter.
That's
Joe Brooks's Bad Blaster earlier.
That's poetic, isn't it?
Yeah, very true.
Joe Brooks, the partner of Jimmy Nuts in Team Big League. McChesney goes Northern Lights. Beautiful bridge.
McChesney not wasting any motion.
This is the technique in McChesney we've seen consistently. Perfect plex. Another great bridge, but no.
Staying right on top of Jimmy Nuts.
Does McChesney have to beat Jimmy Nuts cleanly in the center of the ring to prove his point?
No. But Jimmy Nuts needs to, if he doesn't have a win clean in the center of the ring, then he needs to beat John McChesney to a point where he doesn't continue. I think the onus of all of this is on Jimmy Nuts, to be honest.
Well, Jimmy Nuts certainly has more to gain, and depending on the condition of that knee, potentially more to lose.
Oh, very true. That's the thing. Bones, when they heal, they actually heal stronger. Tendons and such, when it heals, it does not heal at 100%.
But how will John McChesney be able to show his face again as Jimmy Nuts hits a riding bomb? That could do it here. Cover. No. McChesney spent over a year claiming he's better than Jimmy Nuts. Jimmy Nuts is worthless, didn't belong in Team Big League anymore. But if Jimmy Nuts can beat John McChesney, how does that change John McChesney's look on things?
Well, I mean, honestly, it has to. You don't make those claims and then not back them up. And then, frankly, had it just been a match right after he said it, that'd be one thing. But this has been a match over, 2-3 years in the making? 2 years in the making?
Yeah, it was back in 2013. Nuts, Brooks, and McChesney rode the highways together. December 2013. Nuts driven out of Team Big League. It's been warfare ever since.
And that adds to the weight of what is happening here.
McChesney, not just his technique, but his striking game, has never been debated.
And what is he going for here?
Jimmy Nuts does not want to wait to find out.
Jimmy Nuts on his feet. No.
Well, McChesney,
did that knee give out a little?
Could have been the knee, could have been McChesney regaining his footing. Elbow straight to the jaw. Hurricane Rana by Big League.
And McChesney right back up.
And McChesney, missile drop kick. Oh, McChesney measured him perfectly. A press. No, near fall.
Too busy counting along with the ref. He should have had the weight up over the shoulders.
McChesney has wrestled a more crisp and focused match than I've seen in many, many months, perhaps including McChesney's recent IWC title reigns. I think the words of Matt Hardy, the gift of Chuck Roberts, that old IWC title belt that McChesney used to wear, certainly may have lit something in John McChesney that we thought was long burned out.
Possibly.
Second super kick, Nuts was waiting.
Oh!
That rolling elbow, Nuts has put many men away in an IWC ring.
Pump handle.
Sits out with it. Nicely done. Jimmy Nuts victorious. No.
What is going on?
Jimmy Nuts, I believe, just made eye contact. That's Justin LaBar, Joseph Brooks, Matt Justice, the rest of Team Big League. And just when you thought John McChesney may have had a change of heart, here come the reinforcements. Wait, in the ring, McChesney, roll up.
No.
Oh, McChesney tried to steal it. Off the LaBar distraction. Backslide now.
No.
Jimmy Nuts. Got the elbow the second time. McChesney is out on his feet. Pump handle again, no. McChesney with a thrust kick one more time.
Oh!
A third one. Jimmy Nuts is drilled. John McChesney wins it.
Boy, I have seen John McChesney throw those super kicks for years. Those might be the three most solid super kicks I've seen out of him ever.
Oh, and look at LaBar crawl out of his wheelchair. I would say LaBar's the biggest Cardian swindler here, but Virgil's here. LaBar's a close second.
And Team Big League getting the wheelchair in.
And now, I guess we have to endure another grandiose Team Big League celebration. And I'm happy that we didn't see any physical involvement, but still the presence of Team Big League always leaves a bad taste.
Good job, John. Good job. Oh, thank you. Good job. Listen, I know we haven't got to talk in a month. I think your phone's been... Hey.
If you could please hold your silence for just a moment, he's trying to speak.
Look, John, I guess your phone's dead. I don't know where you've been. You and I have had some great times. And I want you to know that even though you had a little, we'll call it lapse of judgment last month, that I forgive you, I won't hold it against you, and I have a strong feeling after that showing, after you took care of Jimmy Nuts, that 2015 is going to be the year.
Shut your mouth, LaBar! You want to come out here and take credit for Team Big League? Take credit for what I've earned in this ring? I'm the one who had blood, sweat, and tears in this ring for these fans, not you! Listen to me. Last month, Chuck Roberts handed me that IWC title that I carried for years, and for the first time in my life, I looked at that belt and I knew what it meant. It meant International Wrestling Cartel Heavyweight Champion. And it meant that I was here not for myself, not for you, not for you, not for you, but for every one of you. From Norm Connors to Chuck Roberts and now to Justin Plummer, I'm guaranteeing you and I'm guaranteeing all of you by the end of 2015 that me, myself, and I, Big League John McChesney, will be the IWC champion again without you.
I can admit it looks like I was wrong about John McChesney and his relationship with Justin LaBar. John's his own man.
You look at me. Let me tell you something. I don't know what happened. Because when I met you, when we started doing business together, you were Big League John McChesney. Look at you. Now you're nothing but a big league bitch.
This is a miracle. He is standing. Joe.
Not for long. And Brooks and Justice. Still LaBar loyalists, assaulting the man they followed for months, John McChesney. And here comes Jimmy Nuts. Nuts face to face with the man that nearly ended his career, Matt Justice. And Jimmy Nuts just saved John McChesney.
Maybe he wants to beat on him a little more. He's got a clenched fist.
John, I want to tell you something right to your face. I was 14 years old, and I had a dream to be a professional wrestler, but I didn't think anybody like me could ever make it there. And I flipped on public access TV, and I saw John McChesney wrestling for IWC. Probably makes you feel a little old, right?
IWC on
John,
WBGN TV.
I always wanted to be at least half as good as you, and to be in here tonight and beat the hell out of you, have you beat the hell out of me. It's my honor, and I respect the hell out of you, John.
Wow. The Jimmy Nuts, John McChesney relationship. John McChesney sees the light. And Jimmy Nuts now reacquainted with the same man he looked up to as a kid, instead of the man John McChesney had become.